Fuck. Goodbye. Bro thinks he's Cardi. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Can or think you can't.
You're right.
But what if the key to achieving your biggest dreams lies in being just a bit delusional? Might actually be the key to. Some might associate being delusional with a disconnect from reality, but this can be seen from an alternate angle of delusional optimism, where your belief in your goals are so strong you begin to see opportunities where others only see obstacles. Being so delusional that you acquire a belief that shapes your actions, guides your decisions, and influences your motivations. It's using the powerful tool of the belief in yourself to become who you dream to be. It'll take time, but you have the power. But sometimes you get so caught up with limiting beliefs, you might find yourself wondering, why can't I be as successful as they are? Why don't I have their wealth or lifestyle? You might think it's because they were born into wealth, have great looks, or simply gifted as geniuses. While there may be truth in those thoughts, dwelling on them doesn't help you progress. Do these excuses bring comfort, or do they just keep you stuck, feeling justified in your current circumstances? Now, what are limiting beliefs and what do they have to do with me? Limiting beliefs are the subconscious thoughts that limit our ability to achieve. These beliefs make us think that success is beyond our reach. They are not capable, often coming from past experiences, societal expectations, or negative feedback we've internalized. What are your limiting beliefs that's holding you back to make your desired reality come true? It's scary to confront your limiting beliefs, and it will be difficult. But if you don't know your limiting beliefs, you aren't going to know how to fix and improve on them. Understand these limiting beliefs. Understand that these limiting beliefs do nothing for you except put you in a place of comfort. You will never get to the place that you want by convincing yourself of these limiting beliefs. We are all human beings, each with our own unique talents and abilities. Actualize your potential. Be delusional. Set ambitious goals that may seem unrealistic at first. Why aim for the stars when you can aim for the moon? Set a vision that stretches your imagination. something that excites and scares you a little. I started this YouTube channel because I had a desire to create and help others on their own path of self discovery. Despite battling my own limiting beliefs, fear of judgment, and failure, I choose to focus on what could go right instead of what could go wrong. But sometimes, limiting beliefs lead to self sabotage because it's comfortable to remain in the known and stay in this bubble of safety. The limiting belief part of my brain tells me not to create because it's safe here. It tells me that if I create content on YouTube, people are going to judge me. They aren't going to like my voice. They will criticize me because my content doesn't make any sense. These self sabotaging thoughts that creating and being vulnerable is a testament to overcoming these limiting beliefs and fears, and I hope inspires you to do the same. You may not have full control over the situation that you are in, but you have full control on how you react to the situation. The power is in your hands. Allowing yourself to be delusional gives you the power to explore a future you never thought was possible for you. Bring the inner desire you once had when you were a kid. When you were younger, all you had was imagination, and it didn't matter what anyone said or what you thought of yourself. Think back to the activity that your teacher gave you when you were younger, when they asked you, "What do you want to be grow up?" Your mind will go to places that were beyond the scope of societal expectations. I want to be an astronaut. I want to be the president of the United States of America. I want to be a famous actor. Now we are so focused on what other people want for us, what society wants for us. We lose our sense of delusion because we resort to what is standard, what is safe. We don't like going beyond the path that's given to us. We are fearful of what lies in the unknown. Then we graduate high school, go to college to pursue a degree we think we want, graduate and get a corporate job where they allow you to be comfortable, giving you insurance, 401k benefits, paid time, then remain with the corporate job, maybe getting some promotions and bonus.
Shami embodied in the generation talent. There are a few things you can learn from his work methods that will help you tap into your own creative genius. For example, at the beginning of his career, Basquiat went out and bought two books that would inform all of his work right up until his death. The first book was this one, Henry Dreyfus Symbol Source Book. This rare book would end up providing source material for almost all of the 1,500 drawings and 600 paintings that he left behind. His art was filled with symbols, ladders, crowns, crosses, copyrights, and all of them came from this rare book. Many of them are gathered on one page, page 90. A page that almost looks like a dictionary of his whole artistic language. And if you look at the symbol over here, that's the Mandi's symbol. He used this symbol, sadly, to symbolize and prophesize his own death.
Source material.
One of the secrets to staying in flow. Basquiat used source material like he was Jay Dilla sampling records. But source material alone won't automatically give you creativity. You have to learn how to use it the artist's way.
Ultimately, it comes down to taste. It comes down to trying to expose yourself to the best things that humans have done, and then try to bring those things in to what you're doing. I mean, Picasso had a saying, he said, good artists copy.
Great artists steal.
Stealing like an artist means stealing with no judgment. Let your taste make the decisions, not your brain.
Where do the words come from? Real life books, real television.
Yeah, and you just skim them and start including.
No, man. When I'm walking, I hear them. I just throw them down.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean things like Punic Wars. I remember that was in one of your.
Oh, but that was from a guidebook on Roman history. History of Rome in 5 pages.
And so you snatched a few words from it.
I didn't snatch them.
They caught your.
They caught my eye. And I took them.
The moment you stop judging, should I use this? What would people say? You open yourself up for flow.
Go through. What's this?
Based on a drawing that was the first drawing of the moon by Galileo.
Yeah. This looks like an eye.
Yeah. That's the evil eye, the Verrocchio.
Okay, so you're stealing like an artist now. But how do you become more than just the sum of your influences? How do you make it all make sense? You choose what serves your message. The second book that gave Basquiat his unparalleled God momentum is this one, Flash of the Spirit, a book about African art. This book was key in helping him zero in on his message. You see, the reason most artists lose flow when they're working is because when they get stuck, they have no guiding ideology to get them out of their tough spots. And because they don't know what they're trying to communicate to the world, any roadblock could stop them in their tracks for days.
Overthinking, staring at a blank canvas, artist paralysis.
That's what happens when you don't have an overarching message in your work. Basquiat did.
I think there's a lot of people that are neglected in art. I don't know if it's who made the paintings or what, but I don't know. I know black people are never really portrayed realistically, or not even portrayed in modern art enough.
And because he had a message, art came out of him that much more effortlessly. It's not just that he had source material, it's that he had a place to channel it.
Is there any anger in you? Any anger in you?
Of course there is. Yeah, of course there is.
Talk about it. Tell me about the anger. What are you angry about?
His work became a commentary on the underrepresentation of black art in the established art world.
This looks like a skull.
That's a Gasco.
A what?
Gasco.
A Gasco?
What's Gasco? Gasco. C-A-S-C-O.
When you have a message, art comes out of you easily. But a message, tons of source material, and your newfound audacity to steal like an artist is still not enough. You'll never have that Basquiat limitless inspiration and flow if you don't master speed. The day Basquiat met Andy Warhol, he ran back home and painted a self-portrait of both of them from a Polaroid his idol had just taken. And then he ran back to the restaurant to give it to him as a gift. The paint was still fresh. Warhol couldn't believe it. All he kept repeating was,
"Oh, I'm jealous. I'm jealous. He's faster than me."
Oh, God, you're so fast. It makes it so great. And that was the beginning of everything between Andy and Jean-Michel.
when one of the most prolific artists of all time is jealous of your speed, you know you're doing something right.
Speed.
Work quickly, like a demon. You should work so fast that you don't have time to think. The brain is your enemy in art. Like they say in the music industry, keep the tape rolling. But if you really want to become the legendary artist that you have the potential to be, if you really want that, you have to understand that most of the flow that you will have when you are not making art.
What?
In between your creative sessions, while everyone else is busy consuming regurgitated content on social media, you should go offline, and you should go deep. Most people, they need to rev up when they sit down to work. They need hours before they can finally get into the groove. That's because they haven't been feeding their minds during their downtime.
I never went to an art school. I failed the art courses that I did take in school. I just looked at a lot of things, and that's why I think I learned about art by looking at it.
Go to museums.
Yeah, that's a Roman Belfort sort of drawing that I did at the Metropolitan. I went over to the Metropolitan Museum and I did the drawing of the buckle and I came back with it and I put it right there.
Oh, well, that's kind of a slow process.
I'm a slow person.
The process may seem slow to an outsider, but that slow process is what makes you outrageously fast when you get back into the studio.
Study, memorize, and internalize.
Make that your mantra, and those ideas you consume will marinate inside of you and eventually become part of your artistic DNA. Suddenly, the oddest things will come out of you at the most unexpected times. And it's all because you made yourself this well of inspiration. You became a student of life, ready at any time to express your genius.